Best way to start this video was doing what this car does best, and that is just going out and driving. I know you guys just want to hear this thing, and trust me, so do I. All I want to do is drive. This thing is absolutely insane. So before we hop in the car and start going over a few things, I at least want you guys to check the car out on the exterior, go over a few modifications and everything, so you guys are on the same page. So this is a 2018 Porsche 991.2 manual GT3. Got some really nice modifications on it already. We got the BBS FIRs, amazing wheel. We got the Matrix headlights. Obviously the most amazing sounding exhaust back out here. A little loud in person, but it sounds incredible. This is the Acura exhaust. It's got 100 cell cats with a muffler delete, so there's no valves or anything. Sounds insane all the way up to 9K. I was fortunate enough to be able to go through an awesome tunnel with this exhaust. At 9,000 RPM, it is the most intoxicating sound I've ever heard in my entire life. Also has a DSC controller, which is a must on these cars. It's also got the AWE airfoiler. Also got the clear LED side markers on the side right here. But otherwise, also it's full PPF as well. Not that you guys can see it, but figured I'd mention that. Otherwise, the car exterior is pretty much stock. Tires are Advan AD09s. They're 255 up front and 305 out back, 20s. A really cool feature on the FIRs, it's got the holes in the spokes to make sure you're getting the lightest wheel possible. But I mean, this car is just so good. A few things on the interior as well. It's got the optioned carbon buckets, which are incredible. Actually, it has the Carrera T inserts, which is really nice, with a little back pillow to help. But these seats are amazing. Also a numeric shifter with a racing Stratos shift knob. It's an incredible shifter, so much fun to drive. Also we have a Valentine V2 radar with a blend mount. And also on the exterior, almost forgot, we got the TLG mud flaps. So unfortunately we do have some rain going on right now, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna let rain stop me because this car is meant to be driven, and it is as much fun in the rain as it is in the dry. So all right, now that we got that out of the way, oh, look how beautiful this car is. Absolutely insane. All right, so let's hop in the car. Let's go over a few things and let you guys know what's going on. So I know many of you are gonna be wondering, is this my car? No, it is not my car, unfortunately. This is my really good friend's car, Jeff. You guys may remember him. I drove his green Carrera T on the channel about actually 2 years ago around this same time. And he is such a good friend. I mean, he gave me, or lent me, his $200,000, pretty new to him, GT3. Now, I did leave some collateral. I did leave him my F80 M3 to drive and have some fun in. Obviously, I think anybody would do that. But he was the type of person that was like, come get my GT3, come drive it, do whatever you want to it, enjoy it. And when I went to go pick it up from him, I was like, are you sure you're okay with me taking this car? Granted, he's known me, we've known each other for 20 years now. I was still asking him if it's okay because, I mean, this is the holy grail. This is the car, this is it. I know a lot of you may have been a little confused when I posted on Instagram, and you know, obviously I didn't say it was my car at any point, but this is a car that I'm 110% interested in. This is it for me. This is the top level that I wouldn't want to go any further. You know, obviously there's the RS, but I don't know, man. I think the GT3 is where it's at. Granted, I would love to drive a BDK RS. My mind may change, but this car is just on another level. And Jeff was super kind to not only lend it to me, but allow me to enjoy it to the fullest, be able to kind of, you know, use it as my daily. It's in the rain right now. He's like, drive in the rain. I don't care. You know, he's just that kind of a person that he doesn't care. You know, he likes to drive the car. He bought the car with 6,000 miles. It currently has 8,000. So he put 2,000 on in like a month or so, a little over a month. So he's driving the car and he's having some fun. And I just got to give a huge shout out to Jeff. I mean, literally a dream come true. Checking off a bucket list for sure. Hopefully one day, very, very soon, I can add one of these to the stable and we can drive off into the sunset together. But so while I do have the car, I'm going to be washing it up for him. I'm also going to be installing a few modifications as well. It's kind of a win-win situation for him. He's getting some mods installed, getting it cleaned up, and I mean, it's a win-win for me as well. I get to enjoy this thing all week. So all right, now that you guys know it's obviously not my car, let's go ahead and let's get into it. Let's start talking about it. I'll tell you right now, there's not many cons to it. Only one of them, which I'll go over in a little bit at the end. But let's go ahead, let's start talking about how amazing this GT3 is. So what is there to say about a GT3? I mean, it's gonna be really hard giving you guys some cons, but I'm not really a car reviewer by any means. So I'm just gonna let you know what this car means to me and what I think of it. I mean, this car, it's a GT3. To me, it's the epitome of what a car enthusiast car is. It has around 500 horsepower, so it has a decent amount of power, but it's not the fastest thing in the world. And to be completely honest, my F80 M3 feels way faster. Granted, we're talking about two completely different cars, turbo, NA, very different. But at the end of the day, you know, when I first got on this car, when I first started really driving it, I was like, wow, really, that's it? I was expecting way more. But once you start picking up speed and going through corners and everything, that's where it shines. One of the things that's just so amazing about this car is, we'll go over in a little bit the sound, but this car just eggs you on. Like, it just wants you to go every single chance that you can get. And on these back roads right now, it's just begging me. Thankfully, the rain is kind of holding me off a little bit. Otherwise, I'd probably be ripping through here a little bit quicker. But it's one of those cars that it's happier in the higher RPM range, and it keeps on pushing you. It really wants you to just keep going. I just want to keep banging through the gears and downshifting and turning, and it's just so incredible. This also has rear wheel steering as well. Most bizarre feeling ever too. Turning radius on this is insane. Can't get much traction in the rain here. Kind of a good point to bring up next. It is impossible to drive this car slow. I mean, you most certainly can, but you definitely feel like you have to be driving fast at all times. You just want to hear the car. You just want to go through the gears and everything. It's like almost impossible to drive this car slow. It feels amazing, and everything about it is just, I love it. So I actually forgot this car had rear steering. I was actually doing a U-turn or turning around, and it's just a basic turn, and I turned a little bit more, and then the car's turning radius it shocked me. It's amazing how quick you can turn around in a circle with this car. Not to mention on, more aggressive driving and turns and stuff. It's absolutely insane. Oh my God. Suspension feels nuts. This has the front lift as well, which is really nice to have. Going up inclines and stuff, it's that nice security feeling of being able to kind of go wherever you want to go. These seats, the carbon bucket seats, so good, incredibly comfortable. Obviously they're adjustable, you can move it back and forth, but there's also a power feature where you can actually adjust the seat kind of up and down. It doesn't get any better than this. Not to mention they look incredible. They hold you very well. Just like with any bucket seat, I have a really high arched back, so the lower back portion is a little uncomfortable, but thankfully this pillow is here, which matches the seats, and it works perfectly for my back. My buddy Jeff is actually just going to install a mod. It's kind of like a air bladder that you put in the back, lower back of the seat, and you can pump it up and kind of adjust the bolster there, which will be nice. But this little pillow right here is perfect, fits me very well. The seats, I love them so much. hold you in so well, and this is a factory option. Obviously it costs. I don't think there's a question that if you should get them or not. I understand if you have a little bit larger waist or whatnot, you don't fit them in as nicely as I do, but I'm telling you, if you have the means and you know, you can fit in them, this is a no question option. The carbon buckets are a must. This shifter, holy moly, this is a numeric shifter. So if you guys know, I installed an Auto Solution short shift kit in my F80 M3. It feels absolutely incredible, very notchy, very direct. The numeric is probably one step higher. Now this is just a numeric shifter, it doesn't have the cables. If you install the cables, it's actually a little bit more direct, a little bit more crazy, if you will. But without the cables, just the numeric shifter, it feels so good. It's very mechanical feeling. Again, it actually feels pretty darn similar to my F80, which is very, very crazy to say that, but ever since I installed that, I've yet to find a car that feels somewhat similar in terms of the shifter feel, but this numeric is insane. It feels so, so good. Another cool feature this has is flat foot shifting, so you never have to let go. You don't have to be at full tilt either. It even works downshifting. It's like PDK fast. So cool. So if you're really kind of getting on it, all you gotta do is just leave your foot on the gas or wherever you are and just shift. It's so fast, so good. Oh, I love it so much. Now the one con that I'm gonna say about this car, I love the entire thing, but the one thing that I will say is a little disheartening is the price of these things. The 991.2s in a manual, they're going for 190 to, I seen like around 208, 210. MSRP on these back in 2018, 19, I think it was like a 150, maybe around that. So these obviously have appreciated, but to think that this is a $200,000 car is pretty darn crazy. It's almost unreachable for most people, for 99% of people. So it's tough to say that, yeah, this is definitely something you can aspire to, because it's a lot of money. There's no question about it. And even the 997.2, the same price. They're like 200 grand. So it's really hard to kind of get the value in a 997.2, even though they look amazing and sound amazing and are more raw. It's hard to say that it's worth the price, just because you can get a newer 991.2 with newer tech and everything, and obviously looks are subjective, but for around the same price, for 200K. Good God, guys, what a freaking car. Holy crap. I cannot get over it. This was by far the hardest I've ever driven a car in my life. Granted, those were some amazing roads that I chose to go on. Absolutely incredible. This car just, it as I mentioned, it eggs you on, it pushes you, it wants you to do it, and it just holds on. You're not in fear of your life. You truly feel like the car has you. It's like, nope, I got it, don't worry about it. You can do whatever you want, I'll get you. It's just absolutely incredible. I mean, revving out to 9K through the woods like that, oh my God, absolutely insane. The sound of this exhaust, the sound of this car, the sound of this motor, I don't know what's better, honestly. This is it for me. This thing just is on the top level for me. It doesn't get any better than this. The numeric shifter, the carbon buckets, just the handling, everything about this car is so fantastic. I've been driving for the last almost hour and I don't feel fatigued. My back feels great. I feel really comfortable. I hopped out of the car, no problem. But I mean, this thing is just an absolute blast. It's just a pure driver enthusiast car. There is no way around it. I mean, if you guys have the means to be able to get a GT3 of any variant, I don't care if it's a 996, 997, brand new 992, get one. They are incredible machines, and I just don't think there's a better driving car out there. It's just amazing. Huge shout out to Jeff for allowing me to rip it like that and have some fun with the car and obviously enjoy it for an extended period of time. I cannot thank you enough. Again, this is a bucket list, a dream to be able to not only drive this car, but I guess own it, you know, or so for a week or so and kind of just go through the daily and enjoy it and everything and have fun with it. There are going to be a few videos on this car. We got a few modifications to install, and I'm going to wrap it up with doing a wash and talk with this thing because it's that good. So, oh boy, I'm out of breath. I mean, I'm just, I want to go out and drive some more. So that is going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot of fun. And I know you guys probably enjoyed this car. If you have any questions at all, be sure to ask them below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.